You ready for daylight savings time?
Man, it never bothers me. I think it's stupid because it makes things complicated. Daylight savings time, I mean, makes things unnecessarily complicated. But
Yeah.
it doesn't bother me because all my stuff automatically adjusts and everything. And I don't have like a strict schedule. So if I had it strict, that would probably be irritating for people who do. Oh, come on. Okay, it worked. Okay. That's annoying. I fixed it, but not very well timed. Oh well.
What did you do this time?
I didn't do anything wrong. It's a YouTube thing.
Oh, okay.
Candy said nothing bothers me. Not much bothers me, but that thing just annoyed me. The stream did not reset. Like earlier, I was like, I'm gonna stop the stream for a little bit, restart it, and then let the previous stream process. That never happened. So the hour I was on the stream after the show was no processing was happening. And it's because I don't know why, but it seems like because I had the title and the description the exact same on the stream, it just restarted that save. So I closed the stream, changed the title and the description, and then restarted the stream, and it seems to have changed it properly. So it should be processing now. I don't know for sure. Hopefully it is. Because I went into my videos to see what it's processing, and it didn't show anything. I was like, wait, what? How's it not processing? It is currently processing now. Okay, cool. Wow. So hopefully that finishes at least in an hour. I doubt it, but hopefully. Anyway, back to the chat. Sorry, Andy. The email happens automatically if you subscribe to it. That's why I wanted to let you know that it was going to happen instead of just like randomly dropping away and coming back. Read us some Ike news. Interesting. Need longer break because YouTube don't split videos to prevent splitting on bad connection. It's possible, yeah. I don't know if it was I don't think I took any more time than I did the first time. I think I just changed the title and description. That was enough because it was like it's a new title and new description, so it's a new stream. Maybe I don't know, but it worked. So either way, it's working now. Fat Elvis is like he's working on that thing that's working on the other thing. What's your favorite Jackie O song? I would have to know who Jackie O is first. So I don't know.
Well, buenos.
No. That's going through my stream. I'm not going to do that. Queen of Miami. Never heard of that. Yeah, I don't know who this is. Sorry, can't answer that question. And now Tux Digital on Marimba. Don't know what that is either. So, Andy, are you here? Because I see you joined the Discord server, but you haven't said anything. So I was just wondering if you were listening on the stream or listening in Discord. Marimba is a musical instrument. Okay. Listening on Discord. Okay, cool. There's no delay on Discord, so that's also beneficial. What's your favorite sci-fi song? I don't know. I never thought about that. You're getting tired. Yeah, kinda. Total. I've been streaming for about 4 hours now, and I didn't have a good night's sleep at all. So, adding all that together, I am kind of like in the beginning of my stream. I'm very energetic. Well, my kind of energetic. So, after a certain amount of time, I guess it's more like when there's a lot of engagement, I'm more energetic than otherwise. Not really, not energetic. I guess not as obviously sleepy. Because when you guys are chatting and stuff, it gets me my attention more. Like I don't drop out or anything. It's the same kind of thing when I'm like, I could stay up all night playing games or something, but if I was like watching a movie, I would go out really quick because it's the interaction. Not song, show. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I would say, you mean ever or now? Like something that's current or ever? I do need coffee. Actually, the weird thing is coffee doesn't do anything to me as far as like awake. The caffeine doesn't really do anything. I actually had a headache earlier, so I took some headache pills, which have caffeine in them. So that might be actually why I'm a little dreary, because it kind of does the opposite effect. I don't drink soda, so I can't do that second half. Um, 4 hours, yeah. I'm not standing. That's how I'm still standing. It's a good chair that I'm going to replace pretty soon, because I've had it for like a decade, and I'm not even exaggerating. Favorite sci-fi show ever? That's hard. I'd say it'd have to be a combination answer. It's hard to choose between. For me, it's hard to choose between Star Trek Next Generation, Stargate, and Farscape. Those three, I think, are my top three. And I don't know. I'd say TNG probably is number one, mainly because it broke more ground than anything else. And also Q is amazing. So I guess there's that. So I guess TNG would be number one. Farscape and Stargate would be tied for two. Battlestar Galactica original would be 4. And I guess Deep Space Nine would probably get 5th, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to get. I'm not sure where I'd put at number 5. Maybe Deep Space Nine. I've never seen Equilibrium. Tux is still online. Will he survive Big Daddy live stream? Survive it? I don't know. Be there? Yes. I will be there. Soda's full of sugar and really bad for you? Yeah. It's actually full of fake sugar. That high fructose corn syrup stuff. Which is, ugh. Basically, you're drinking liquid diabetes when you drink soda. It's like, well, I mean, it absolutely is liquid candy. People treat it like it's a beverage. It's not a beverage. It's liquid candy. Making video and tweaking the Mate desktop within themes gives you the ability to save backgrounds for the selections. Interesting. Mate tweak tool is actually pretty awesome. I made a video about the interface switcher about a year ago. I need to update it because it's way out of date now. Because they added Mutiny and some other stuff, and they took out the thing I complained about. There was an interface that they had included, and I was explaining in the video like why it's utterly awful and worthless. And I wasn't being mean about it or anything. I was just saying it was pretty much worthless. And I got a response like a couple days later from Martin Wimpress, the guy who runs Ubuntu Mate, and he said, I saw your video. We talked it over with the team. We're going to remove that interface. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. I mean, it's awesome that my video worked and improved the project, and not awesome because now my video is immediately out of date within a week. So, GTK versions, I don't know about that one. I've never seen Stranger Things, so I can't place that anywhere. I think Stargate was like one of my favorites because of the vast story. Season 1 through 8 was all the same story. And that is so rare for a show to have that much, dedicate that much of an episodic story. And Ball's awesome, too. And Farscape was fun. I didn't really like the way they ended Farscape, but it was fun still. Hey, Rick Timmis, thank you for coming to the stream. I did, by the way, I did send people over to the Ubuntu Cafe. Technically, Simon initiated that because I forgot what time it was. I still did it, though.
You forgot what time it was, like always, right?
No.
Because that's Tux Digital style.
No.
Yes.
I'm fully aware when I'm late. Very different. Whoa, Adapta has GTK 4? That's weird. Does Twilight Zone count as sci-fi? Yeah, it does. Oh, Rose. Okay. Stargate Atlantis I liked a lot. It was not my favorite because it didn't have the full thing, but I did like the Wraith characters. So, like, they had 5 seasons, almost as much, and it was really good. Certain parts of it was kind of dumb, but it was really good. And I really like how they took the main character from the first season, who didn't really work in the show, and instead of firing him off the show, they made him, like, awesome into, like, this, like, Wraith hunter. That's cool. Dead Like Me is fantastic. If you've never seen Dead Like Me, it is awesome. It's the show where a girl dies and becomes a Reaper, and then you see this whole Reaper society where certain types of Reapers do certain things, and certain other types of Reapers, like there's pet Reapers, there's human Reapers, and then all kinds of stuff. And it's an interesting concept. The movie that came out after the show is atrocious, utter garbage that ruins the show. And if you do watch the show, don't ever watch the movie. It's awful garbage. And I saw a review of the movie that said, "Do not watch this movie. It is absolute garbage and it ruins the show." I watched it anyway. And it was completely true. Like, their review was 100% accurate. I should have listened. So if you've never seen the movie, but you have seen the show, don't watch the movie. But if you've not seen the show, absolutely go watch the show. Manny Patinkin is a fantastic actor. Twilight Zone is definitely sci-fi. Star Trek over Star Wars. Yeah, actually, I agree. I think Star Wars is great. The first 3 Star Wars are great. The originals. The prequels are awful. And then the latest ones are okay. Like, they're fine. I don't have a problem with them. Welcome back to the stream, Billy Davis. Defiance is really good. I have never seen that. I have no idea. Wimpy listens. Yep, he does. Firefly is good. And also kind of weird. I didn't like the way they ended Firefly either. But I didn't watch the movie, so maybe they changed it in the movie. Like Ubuntu Mate, and I prefer XFC. Yeah, XFC is good. Ubuntu Mate is good because of the people who make it and the dedication to the community they have. Ubuntu is not as good in that way. But they're okay. They're not bad or anything. Used to watch BSG and Stargate. Yeah. I BSG, the reboot of BSG in 2004, I think that's when they started. That was good. The original BSG from the 70s is way better. I'm so far behind as far as reading. See, I'm more attentive now. I'm not falling asleep or anything because there's a lot of people. I wish I would have. I missed the cafe. I wish I would have finished my stream earlier. I would have joined the cafe. Next time I will for sure, though. I prefer the reboot over the original. I disagree only because the original was made in the 70s and it's impressive. The special effects they had for a TV show in the 70s. It was very good. But it was also cheesy because it was in the 70s. So, you know. Black Mirror, I haven't seen that either. Running new brisk menu. I haven't tried the new Mystery menu. I talked about it today. Dead Like Me TV show, is it from 2003, 2004? It's somewhere around there, yeah. I don't remember exactly when, but it is quite a while ago. And there was 2, maybe 3 seasons. I know there was at least 2, maybe 3. Once the show ends, just stop there. Because it's very good. The idea of the Reapers is really cool. it also is a thing where the Reapers are only given a name and a location, nothing else. So they don't know how they're going to die, when they're going to die, or anything. So it's like they're forced to watch and wait and try to figure out who is who, and like try to figure out what name is what, and like how that name associates. And then like, one of the things they were like, they sometimes bet on how it happens. And in one of them, they were walking in this thing and they're like, there's a banana peel right there. Do you think it could possibly be that? And I was like, no, it's not going to be a banana peel. So like 3 of them bet it's not. Oh no, there's only 2 or 3. I don't know. Some of them bet it's one bets that the banana peel, and the other one's bet it's not. And it's really crazy, like what actually happens. I'm not going to tell you, but it's a really good show. The show ended fine. It didn't have like a full ending, but it ended okay because they didn't answer all the questions or whatever. But it ended okay. It wasn't bad. But the movie tried to like finish up the things they didn't end on and ruined it all. Billy Davis, I've never played Forza Horizon 3. I'm not much of a racing game fan. I mean, I like them, but I don't typically play them. What do you think about the new Star Trek show? I haven't seen it. I don't know. Really like that. Could you use some help getting with Ubuntu Cafe streaming to YouTube like this? Oh, yeah, for sure. I can participate in... I mean, I can be a part of the Ubuntu Cafe next time as far as, like, participating or whatever. I can also be on the stream with you if you want. And, yeah, I can help you set up the streaming for it. I stream to Twitch and YouTube, and you can also do, like, other ones, too. What do you think of the new Orville show? I like Orville. It's funny. I've only seen 1 episode though, so I like the fact that it's a parody, but it's an homage parody. It's not making fun of Star Trek. It's a joke on the premise of Star Trek, which I like that. And the first episode had some plot points that were obviously predictable. But the way they did them were actually kind of impressive because like when I watch a show and it's predictable, I get bored and leave. So, like for example, Mr. Robot is a show that a lot of people like, and I predicted certain things to happen, and I even made a thing where there's a part in one of the episodes where I was like, if you do this thing that I expect you to do, I'm going to stop watching this show. And then they do it. And then I stopped. So I've only watched like a few episodes of the first season and I got bored. But Orville is weird because I expected it to happen and it did happen and it was still fine because the way they presented it was quite well done. Rick already answered the Kubuntu Cafe question, so I'll leave that. And Rick, why is the Kubuntu Cafe not spelled with cafe with a K? Right? Isn't that kind of a missed opportunity? Have you ever smoked banana peels? I have no idea what that means, but no. Star Trek Discovery I wouldn't expect to be as good as regular Star Treks, but because there's really no input from Gene Roddenberry. Like all the other ones had some input, you know. Even Voyager was after he died, but he still had like ideas that he presented to them before. So, like he wasn't involved in Deep Space Nine or Voyager, but he did have like ideas he already written out that they used. Whereas Discovery's all new stuff. So I don't know. Rick Tennis says, I love iRacing. Isn't iRacing only on Windows, though? Billy Days, so I'm starting out on YouTube. can't stream on my mobile. Streaming on mobile is complicated because you don't really have much options, and I don't really think you can very well anyway. You got me. But I mean, I play PUBG, which is only Windows. I don't play it much at all, actually. I haven't played in like 3 months, but technically I do have a Windows install for games, even though I rarely use them. I have a dedicated machine for just Windows gaming, and it's the same machine I'm using right now. That sounds weird, right? I have a dual booting system that doesn't require me to do anything special to dual boot, because I built a custom rig to make it switchable, so my machine can see itself as a Windows machine and a Linux machine at the same time with no bootloader nonsense crap I have dealing with. As far as like how do you go live on mobile, I don't know. I've never done that. The only live ever mobile I've ever done live is Facebook. So I can't answer that. I use OBS on my desktop to do streaming. But OBS is fantastic. They don't have a mobile version though. I have heard of Westworld. I watched like 2 episodes and got bored of it. Not because I predicted anything. It was so slow. Like for anything to happen, it was so slow. Oh, I never even heard those rumors, Candy. So. Nice. Custom DD script to reflash the Windows version. I like that. My system is hardware switches. So I have a Windows machine. I have a Windows drive that is a hardware switch that I can go to Windows and go to Linux just by changing clicking the hardware switch. Billy, I don't have a way to help you because I've never done that, but check out those. Let's see, block that idiot. There we go. Check out. Someone sent some like horrible things y'all couldn't see anyway. Just so you know, when I said idiot, I was blocking someone who's a spammer. But Billy, check out the Roberto Blake and the Daryl Eves guy. They both are like YouTube tipsters people. Like their channels are about like helping people with YouTube, and they have a lot of tips that I've used. A few of them. Like some of their stuff don't apply to me, but some of it does. And I think anyone who just starts doing YouTube should check those out. Yeah, Rick, I'm actually gonna make a video explaining how I do my hardware setup. So if people want to do it, they can, because it doesn't cost that much to do. It takes a little bit of time, and it's only possible on a desktop, but it's still pretty cool. And Cody, yeah, Candy, I would not ever do that, no. Well, I wouldn't say ever, but probably not. Pin up the side and switch drives. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I think you would like a TV show called The Expanse, which is space-based. I have actually heard of The Expanse. I have not watched it, but I've had people tell me that I should watch it. That it's pretty good. So I will check it out. I'm actually doing a video on my desk and my hardware. So like it's a setup video anyway, in a way, but it's also like a hardware like description of how my hardware works so that I can do the things that I want to do. And my desk is cool. That too. All right, see you, Billy. Let me know if those help you. If if you ever come back again. Nice, Rick. I appreciate the subscription. Yeah, Rose. The Expanse miniseries looks good. I've seen a trailer for it, and it does look good, but I haven't actually watched it. Definitely not going to happen. Unfortunately, I can't, do a drag video. I'm going to pass. I have 2 hard drives, one with Linux and the other with Windows OS, and you just turn on the drive you want, boot it up to. Yep, exactly. I have my hardware is set up in a structure where I have hardware switches on my drives. Well, it's an enclosing that has hardware switches. So I just turn the power on to one of them, turn the power off the other one. So they never even see each other existing. So the motherboard only sees one operating system at a time. And I can just go back and forth, and that way, because the drives are not loading at the same time, I don't have to do any kind of dual booting grub shenanigans or anything ever. If I ever screw up and have them both run at the same time, that'd be a problem. But I haven't done that ever, and it's been like I've been doing it for like a year. So that's funny. The idiotic comment from I wish I had a life is hilarious because the name is like, I also wish you had a life. Yeah, the power switch. That's cool, Anna, if you have that too. I have mine in, the optical drive bays. I have a encasing in there, so I can just open the door and then click which one I want to run. It's like a hot swap bay, but not really. Yeah, the boot BIOS thing would work, except that it requires you to have to manually choose it. So like you'd have to make sure that the BIOS goes to the boot menu. But I also don't do it because Windows is like pretty notorious for breaking other things that's not Windows. So I don't really want to risk that. If I was only doing Linux and multiple different Linuxes and stuff, I would have I wouldn't care about it. I would just use BIOS, but because I am using Windows on it, it's not worth the hassle. But what I'm going to do is actually, when I get enough funding from like the Patreon and the shirt and stuff, I'm going to take some of that money and buy another SSD, and then I'm going to build a an adjustable thing for my hotspot base so that I can like test distros without changing my main machine, like my main install. But I can test various distros on for a week on my full hardware and like a full install without having to mess with my regular install. So, because I don't like doing reviews on just live USB or just VirtualBox. I don't think those are good reviews. And anybody who does those, I think, are making a huge mistake. So I'm going to wait until I get the hardware to do it right. I have a main drive as Linux and the other drive is the Windows. Grub sees both. Yeah, I mean, doing the grub stuff is the thing. You have to install this grub stuff. Mine is that there's some issues that Windows does that if you, like, there was actually an issue a couple months ago where the creators update would actually break your Linux install outright. So I'm not going to risk that. Candy, if you're not good with hardware, I'm not that great with hardware. I'm okay. Like, I can build my own desktop and stuff, which I did. And I can, I have, a tinkerer's information about hardware. I know a ton of stuff about software and infrastructure stuff and all that stuff. But the hardware is, my hardware is limited. Hello, Connor. Welcome to the stream. Oh, Andy said he couldn't agree more about the flash drive distro testing or reviewing or whatever. Yeah, it's that's problematic. My favorite, in the sense of absurdity and hilariousness, is I've seen it happen at least a couple times, where various different YouTubers will do Linux reviews where they had only tried the distro for a couple of hours that day. If I had face palmed as hard as that requires, my hand would go through my head out the other side, because that's how absurd to do that is. And I've seen people do that. And I've seen people do it I've been playing with this for a couple hours in VirtualBox. Really? You're making a distro review out of that. You should not have any viewers whatsoever at that point. Create problems for Linux. Nice. One SSD to test drives for Linux, and one drive is for Bongo Bob, your uncle, yeah. I have a hard drive that runs Windows, so I want to get some SSDs for everything because, SSDs are better. I'll miss you too, Candy. Nice. I try the distros at least once 1 month, if not two. Anna, I respect that. I say a minimum week for a review in a first look type of review. When people do first looks on the same day, no. But 1 week is probably enough for a first look review, and then an in-depth review a month later, maybe 2 months later. What burns your butt is these YouTubers review a new distro. I don't know what you mean. What's wrong with reviewing new distros? Oh, thanks for coming to the show or the stream, Colin. I'll be on Rocco's thing later. So if you're there, I'll see you there. Chip, I agree. VirtualBox is absolutely acceptable to use if you are doing like screen capture to just demonstrate something. But as far as like testing, nah, that's awful. So Tux Digital's name is Michael. Yes, it is. I mean, I say that in the show, but I don't have it like obvious. I don't have it like displayed anywhere. Maybe I should, like underneath the screen box right here, and just like right down here, like my name. It's a good idea. I can have my Twitter handle there too. Why not? I should do that. Oh, my nose itches. Ugh. And his address is, I'm not going to go that far. Thank you. Good idea for giving my address or good idea with the name? Just to be clear. This is why I stream to a different service, Fat Elvis. So like, even if you could get my stream from YouTube, which you can't, I stream to a different service that then goes to this other service. Ha. Not true. Well, it is kind of true. Some cases it is. Some cases it's not. It depends how lazy I am. Yeah, some people don't like their names being said. I don't mind. Anna, no, I'm not married. Yeah, the name under the photo. Yeah, that is. Yeah, I think I'll do that. That'll be on next week's stream. If Fat Elvis, you're talking about the thing I said, it's actually true. I will sometimes stream to another thing that does like this like rerouting thing. But it's pretty cool, actually. It's a really cool service because it allows you to stream to them and then they stream to other places. So you could stream at like Twitch, Beam.pro, YouTube, and a bunch of other places all at the same time. It's really cool. It's incredibly hard to pay attention to the chat room of that many places, but it's still pretty cool. I'm not even able to say that name. D whatever play. No, I do not have a trick for that. Rose, I don't think Zeb's ever told me his name anyway. I think he just goes by Zeb. Yeah, and I figured you were just kidding. You're just joking, but I don't mind anyway. Doesn't matter to me. I don't mind answering that stuff. I'm a fairly transparent person. Hence why my Reddit name is my name. Or I'm a crazy person. One of the two. Yeah, Google has everything. I actually keep a lot of stuff away from Google, but they do have a lot more than I'm comfortable with. But that's kind of unavoidable, unfortunately. Is it still processing? Yes, it is. Crap. Oh, well. I use a lot of Google services. I try to avoid what other information they have, or I limit as much as I can. But you know, they have a ton. I turn into a pumpkin at midnight. Understandable. Thanks for coming to the show. I appreciate it. So midnight meaning you are in the UK somewhere. I'm good, Clive. How are you? That's good. Rose, that probably is, but I think cocaine's more effective. Crack is if you're running low on funds. But the question, any crack, I didn't know this until yesterday when Clive told me that any crack is a slang term that means how are you. I would not have got that at all. It might be done by 8, maybe. I have an hour to do it. That could be okay, I guess. I don't know. Chocolate is good, though. What a way to go. Not really. That sounds terrible. So I think this is hour 5 of the stream, just so you know. chocolate is 80% pure is good for you. Sure. But chocolate is derived from cocoa, which also I'm pretty sure is where cocaine is derived from as well. English Bob, welcome to the stream. Rose, what does Tux do to relax? The penguin, I don't know. If you're referring to me, I don't know. Like, I watch videos and stuff, but that's like, I don't know. I would say play games, but like those get me hyped up, so it's not that. I guess just watch movies, listen to podcasts. I also kind of relax when I'm writing code, like when I'm working on my own websites and stuff. I enjoy that, and it's that part's fun. So I guess that's kind of relaxing for me. For your hair, it's also a poison. I never heard that before. I never use it for my hair. Nice. I don't eat much chocolate, so I don't know. I don't like sweets too much. Like a certain part, after a certain amount of time, like some of the sweets just gets overwhelming. So I avoid it as much as possible. But every once in a while, it's nice. All right, a hard drive question, external hard drive question. Go ahead. I might know, or someone else in the chat might know. English Bob helping me get some likes on it. I like that. Appreciate that. This is the second stream though, so it might be YouTube might not care about it. I don't know. Either way, I appreciate it. I'm waiting for my first stream to finish processing so I can edit it. And if it processes soon, I will go ahead and edit it while I'm doing the stream. Because why not? Otherwise, I might do it later. I appreciate it, English Bob. It's I'm glad you like it. I haven't done as much as I used to. I need to make some more. Well, okay, that's not true. I've been doing more than I used to. I haven't done as much variety as I used to. So I need to change that. Unless you want your house to catch fire. I missed something. What? Had a flood in the basement. Electrical plug probably sent a shock to the hard drive. Oh, okay. Can that hard drive be recovered? The data on the hard drive can be recovered probably with PhotoRec and test disk, but it's not worth recovering the drive itself. It's probably done. And the amount of effort and money it would cost to fix that drive, you would save way more time and effort and all that other stuff than just to buy a new one. Yeah, any kind of electrical charge. If it actually got hit with electrical charge and you know for sure it happened, that's a problem, and I wouldn't rely on it at all. But if you were going to want to save the data, I would first use DD and copy the drive data to another drive, and then discard that drive, and then recover the data on the new drive. But you would probably need 3 drives for that process. Oh, the drive doesn't turn on. Ooh. If you want the data enough, you're going to have to take it to a data recovery company, because they're going to have to probably scrape the platters. Because it's easier with a flash like an SSD or something, but with a hard drive, if you got to go that far, it's better to just pay them to do it. Or consider it a loss or something. Clive, what do I use to edit my videos? I use Kdenlive, actually. It is my favorite and the best video editor for Linux, I think. Open source in general. Jack King, I disagree. But I don't care about trollers, so see ya. Gotta go to bed night. Oh. Back tomorrow. Text. I appreciate that. Thanks, English Bob. By the way, the link still works if you're curious. Two backup drives, and if you have 4, even better, like me. Yeah, I agree. I have like 7 drives for backup. They do different things. They do different backups for different purposes. But yeah, as many copies as possible. If you want to save it for good, as many copies as possible. Catch you tomorrow. Thanks, Tux, for much love. Still pimping the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Yeah, the stream. Seriously. So, okay. Okay. This is just bad timing for you. So, I play some video games, well, specifically Rocket League, really, with a guy who happened to come into the channel and troll me and didn't tell me who he was. And I banned him. And then he sent me a message on Discord that I banned him. So the guy who said that use Windows, it's better, was just trying to troll me. And my immediate response is to ban people who do that because they're just being trolls. And you're about the 40th person today I've banned for saying messed up stuff. Obviously not as bad as the other people. Other people were like cursing and saying like, sub for sub stupidness. But yeah, you're not banned anymore. I didn't know who you were, so I automatically banned you because that name does not make like any reference to you whatsoever. I wonder, did you change it just to do this, just to troll me? Hey, Billy's back. Wait, guess who's back again? Slim Shady. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, I remember this name now. I saw it on that PUBG thing, didn't I? Didn't you use that on PUBG? I don't remember. Just swap out the PCB. That's a good tip from Clive. I didn't think about that at all. So Rose, that's not easy to do, I don't think. If it is what I think it is. But I'm not that much of a hardware guy. But if you can swap it out, then that'd be good. Billy, you keep asking a question mark, and I don't know what you're referring to. PUBG. No, it's PUBG. As in Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. PUBG. Oh, a spare HD hard drive, perhaps Computer Shop has one. The Computer Shop will have one probably. They'll charge you to do it though. Any good tools to monitor temps on Linux? Yes, there's CPU monitor. There's actually probably a CPU monitor for every single DE, like a widget for every DE. So if you use, like whatever you use, there's probably something for that. So you can use a widget for that. There's also like stuff that's kind of like Top, but built into, like for the terminal display. Not Top, but other stuff. I forgot what they're called. There's a few. If you join my Telegram group, I'll look for it later and send you some links. Or the Discord, either way. Did you go to the live cafe event earlier? I did not, Clive. I actually was on stream recording the show halfway done when the cafe started because I was late by 2 hours. So by the time I finished, the cafe was almost like half over. So I just kind of stayed. But next time, I'm going to try to be a part of the cafe, and I'm going to maybe help set up some streaming stuff with it. IM Sensors. There you go. Oh, LM Sensors. That's it. LM Sensors. I don't know why I read it that way. Maybe it's the font or something. PUBG, Billy, is a battle royale game where it's a third person and first person shooter where 100 people are dropped on an island and then you find loot and you go kill each other, essentially. And that's it's last man standing type thing. Rose, LM Sensors is the application to watch your CPU temperatures and stuff. The thing that Adam was requesting. You stream it, see all the troll cancer. No. So Jack King or whatever is asking me, saying because I'm about to get off on the stream because it's been a little over 5 hours, so I got to get something to eat. And then I might go play some Rocket League or something. P-Sensor is what I use. P-Sensor is good too. Like, I know they're all the applications are called something sensor, but I can't remember any of them, so I have to look it up. So I appreciate Anna and Clive, and not Clive. Who did it? Anna and Peppermint for doing my work for me. I appreciate that. A little over 5 hours, yeah. It's I even ate a couple things, like a couple snacks during the stream, so I could like keep it going or whatever. But yeah, 5 hours might be enough to call it. I'm gonna test something though. See if it's even done yet. It's probably not done yet. Oh, it is done. Oh, cool. I will download that. The processing is complete. I expect my check in the mail then. I said I appreciated it. I didn't say how much. But yeah. Depending on your distro, LM Sensors is probably already installed. Just run sensors in the terminal. That's a good tip too. Some blueberry cheesecake. That sounds good. I gotta get that. But anyway, Chip made a good point. I should go eat. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. If you're, you should check out. Is it gonna let me type? It's not gonna let me type. Check out that YouTube channel for the live stream tonight. I will be a part of that stream as well, which will be in 2 hours from now. So if you want to see me talk about more Linux stuff, I'll be there. If you're not sick of me already. And then who knows, I might stream tomorrow too. It could be possible. Might happen. Either way. Thanks for coming to the stream. I appreciate it. And have a good one. If I see you, if you're going to go to the stream tonight, later, a couple hours, I'll see you then. Otherwise, maybe next week. See ya.